start liking some pictures. And I'm like, she's a Dallas girl, I'm a Dallas girl, like, hey girl, hey, right?
Hey girl, hey friend.
So then we're waiting on an Uber, and I glance over to my right, and then I see a notification on his phone from her on Instagram saying, who is this with my profile? And I was like, and he turns to me and he goes, I told you I was gonna handle it. Like, you look crazy doing this. I was like, what's the big deal? If she's gonna find out about me. But I was like, that's a little weird. But I was like, okay, I'm trusting him. I'm gonna let him handle it how he wants to. This is a weird situation, but like, okay, whatever.
Right. So what I think is important to note here is that for timestamps for people, because I think that was like the major thing that people wanted to know were timestamps. And this Europe trip, your receipts had timestamps, you know what I mean? So it was in July of 2021, which would be about a month after these weddings were filmed. So that just for people watching, like timestamp, you are on this trip and you are witnessing communication from Raven and SK. Like, to me, I'm like, why would you be questioning who I am and my profile if this is fake or nothing's going on here? Like, you know what I mean? So you say, if this is fake, cool, I'm cool with it. I'm not going to mess up your bag. Like, but I want to meet the girl.
Exactly. That's all I wanted, and right. Never happened. So
it never happened. You guys go back to Dallas and like, what happened?
So when we get home, he was, we just both got really busy, and
nah, get the frick out of here. She did not just pull that card out like, yo, when I need to meet the girl, but then we both got really busy. And so what? We're not going to... You are having a balmy. Wait, what?
Okay. Listen, can we rewind some stuff real quick?
Yeah.
This timeline is all screwed, okay? I'm just gonna take you back to what happened. Basically, she goes, okay, so before we left the trip, or before that situation was done after the dinner, she talks about it. She talks about it to him again or whatever. Somehow we missing a whole part, but she put it, now mind you, she put it in that little text that you put up earlier and stuff. She missing a whole part of how Raven even found her page.
Yeah.
To even sit here and question SK in the Uber the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Yet she admits that she went and found Raven's page. Now, me just finding somebody's page is not going to promote them to be like, who is this? Because they don't even know I found your page.
Yep.
Unless I follow you, unless I hit a whole bunch of likes, DM you, or make some comments.
Mm-hmm.
So you did one, if not all, of those things for her to even question SK, who is this? Sis, how you gonna leave this whole thing out? And how is this interview? We're just gonna skip over that like it never happened. Like, how did she find your page? That's would have been my question. Excuse me. She just found your page out of nowhere? Like, that make it make sense. Is like you're doing a whole bunch of omitting right here because you were doing too much for just a friend. You're a cut buddy. You know what it is. Stop playing. Raven would have never known you was even on the radar at all had you not somehow made contact with her. Because you found out the information about her. So you had to make yourself known, yes. And you wanted him to know you knew. Okay. So I know they get to the end and talk about she is not a side chick and all that, but that's that side chick energy that I be talking about. The one that wants to mess up your home just because she mad and vexed with you because you didn't pay something when she wanted it. But she a martyr for us, y'all. Listen, lady, she is a martyr for us. She had to do this for us to make sure that we don't get duped by men like this, okay? So pay attention to how not to play yourself by believing what you want to believe is really the relationship, and it's not. Don't play yourself by not listening to the truth the man is actually telling you, whether he wants you or not, by his action and his words. Listen to this martyr right now for us. Like, seriously, she telling y'all how not to play yourself. Because if y'all follow her example, you're going to play yourself. So do not do everything she does. Pay attention to her, though.
Yeah. And I'm just like, when does SK have all this time to do all this gallivanting with this gal? Because she keeps saying Dallas. Technically, the only time he would be in Dallas was when he was home, because he lived in California for the bulk of the year. So you get your break from May, till August. So all of this relationship was taking place and then I never heard her talk about going to California to visit him. And then he had time to spend time with Raven. So for me, it's like, come on, lady, you knew what it was. Like, you stop joking me. Don't play in my face either, because you knew what it was. You just thought you were special. Look, and sometimes in a void, we'll make our own story up so that we don't feel so bad about what's transpiring. And that part I feel bad about, because I'm sure he didn't change her story, change her narrative. He was like, if whatever gets you to sleep at night and whatever gets you to link up and click up when I'm ready to click up, you can think what you want to think and you can feel how you want to feel. I don't know what evidence you have of anything otherwise, because 3 months does not make a relationship. I love you does not make a relationship. It's like, so, not just hanging out on vacations. I never heard her say, oh, I hung out at this place and, we spent a lot of time getting to know each other. Everything is about these vacations and these loosely put together stories of meeting his family, which anybody could pull details from on social media. And she knows enough about SK that he's not going to get up here. He's not going to do a live. He's not going to dispute anything she says. He's just going to let her bump her gums and say whatever she wants to say. So, yeah, I don't know, Seagram. Is he even in school? Maybe he took a hiatus. Maybe he took a semester off to relish in all the DMs that he got, because they definitely was talking about the DMs at the reunion. So I don't know. I just think, like, this whole thing is, she knows exactly what it was. I don't believe it. I don't believe that she was duped into this scenario. Misled, perhaps, but duped completely. Yeah, no. And then just the whole part about, oh, I was supposed to meet her. Meet her why? Meet her for what? Like, what was that conversation going to look like? Like, what were you two going to say? Hey, sis. Oh, what's your status?
It's
Well,
giving
go ahead,
main
babe.
B. It's giving main B. It's giving bottom B. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Was
I
she
need
going to check Raven?
yeah, you gotta make sure all the rest of the ladies that he bring in the
collective?
stable, in the stable, and the concubine is up to the par for you. You know what I'm saying? So I
Oh,
need to beat
okay.
her. So you the main one, huh? Okay.
Well, she done liked all of her pictures so much so to get Raven's attention. That's another cap, and double cap, triple cap, quadruple cap.
She trying to have this poly relationship and about to get kicked out the whole daggone triangle.
It sounds like it's a polygon, because
Oh, true that. He got some angles.
the pentagram with the devil.
He got some angles for real, brother. Is moving. Polyoctagon. Like, man, I'm not even understanding. I mean, I get the timeline of July or whatever, but like the sis says, the interview this is about a month after the weddings. So we seen in the wedding, he called it off. So the brother's single.
Yep.
We don't even know if he even talked to, like, fully talked to Raven. Just because you see a couple of little things or whatever in DMs up in there, you haven't said nothing that they was really having like some real conversation, like they about to see each other, when we meeting up, like, baby, if you was really good at this, you should have took them pictures though of them DMs, because you got your phone right there. You should have go ahead and have proof when he get the denying and stuff, so we can have all of those. Like, look, I got the text message between them two. Man, some cash apps, whatever.